Township of Oxford Board of Trustees regular meeting today is Wednesday, October 10th, 2018. The time is 7 o'clock. Please pay respects to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please note the roll.
Noted.
Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded by Margie. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment on items not on the agenda.
We got to approve the consent agenda.
Oh, thank you, guys.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions? Roll call?
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Durr.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Public comment on items not on the agenda. Seeing none? Yes. Mr. Allen.
Lauren Allen, up Bull Run, Elkview Estates. I just wanted to bring to your attention that I know you guys are looking to sell that 104 acres or over and off of, which is whatever. The swamp and the retainage pond, I just want to bring to your attention, is that to be part of that 104 acres, or is that to be left to the subdivision?
I don't normally answer questions under this item, but I think most of that is being covered on a piece of property we own. It was Lot 13. I believe it was owned by Mr. Rukanakis. It's across the street from you.
Mm-hmm.
That is not, if that's what we're talking about, that is not part of the 103 acres.
No, I'm talking about the pond.
The big pond?
The big pond.
The big pond is part of that?
The big pond is our retainage pond.
Okay.
And that's part of the 103 acres?
Yes.
That you're selling?
Yes.
So if someone wants to buy that 103 acres, they can fill that in?
No.
Well, I'm not.
You know what?
Hold on a second.
You know what? We're going way off. We're not going there. See what happens when I go off track?
Yep, you went up. Yep, thank you.
We just added an agenda item. You can talk to us. We'll figure it out.
Bring that up. That's issue.
No, we're not going to fill it. We own it right now, so we're not going to fill it. We'll make sure it's not filled.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comment? First reading, proposed ordinance 44.001, commercial peddlers, solicitors, and transient vendors. Who would like to start? Anybody? Got any comment?
I'll start.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Looking through this here, is there any difference between a peddler and a solicitor?
Gary, I'm going to have you come up. Introduce yourself to the people here.
Gary Rentrop, Oxford Township Attorney. Curtis, the definition of peddler and the definition of solicitor is on the first page. Peddler is a person who's selling on site. A solicitor is one who's soliciting orders to sell.
And the solicitor, are they allowed to sell food or beverage products? It's not listed in the definition?
It's an order for goods. Well, solicitor would take orders for goods, wares, or products, so yes.
So should food and beverage products be in that?
Well, products is a broad enough term by itself to cover everything.
What about the people that's campaigning for government office? Are they exempted from this?
We're not touching that.
They would not be covered by a peddler or a solicitor.
So there's no need to put it in this ordinance?
Correct.
And then it says the registration will be picked up at the township. Should there be a certain department that should be picked up at? Whether it's the building department, clerk's department, supervisor, treasurer?
Usually those are handled by clerks.
Administrator. Shouldn't have asked the question.
I'll go for clerk.
Yeah. And then it says that the in item E, the registration will be picked up at the that one.
Joe, you got a point?
I have another issue on item E with a 20-day issue.
Yes.
There could be an issue where, if that were to occur, that might prompt a special township board meeting because of the timing of the 20 days.
Well,
Since the hearing before the township board shall take place within 20 days of the receipt of the appeal,
yeah.
maybe more,
30.
it should be maybe
At the next regular meeting,
the
or?
next regular township board meeting would eliminate the special meeting. And then on item H, it talks about that there should be a transient merchant when property is marked with a sign or placard. Is the township going to have both a sign or placard available for purchase? And if they are, what will the cost be?
That isn't covered by the ordinance, but that's certainly an option the township could follow.
Those are my comments.
Joe?
Almost set.
Would there be, there's no comments, would there be a motion to move on?
I move to set a second reading and possible adoption of ordinance 44.001 to amend section 38 to 81 of the Charter Township of Oxford, the Oxford Charter Township Code of Ordinances, to be considered at the November 14, 2018 Oxford Township Board of Trustees regular meeting.
It's been moved,
Support.
supported. Let's do a roll call.
But for clarification, do you want me to address Curtis's concern about the 20 days and change it to
Yes.
the next regular? Okay.
Yeah, have that ready first for the second
Yep.
reading.
Roll call?
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Durr.
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Move on to the fire department. Chief?
Evening, board members. Our lieutenant fire inspector retired this past spring, and that position has been open since. So we have now gone through the process of posting the position, going through testing, oral interviews, and it came down to the top scoring individual was B.J. Frantz, or Benjamin Frantz, who is currently a sergeant. He is a firefighter paramedic. He's a certified fire inspector, been with the department since January of 2008. He's also serves on our Oakland County Tech Rescue Team, which serves the entire county for the task force and everything on that. So it is my recommendation that Benjamin Frantz be promoted to the position of Lieutenant Fire Inspector, and a correction on that would be effective Tuesday, October 16th, and that fits into the pay period.
It's Tuesday, October 16th.
So let me get this straight. BJ's sergeant going to lieutenant.
Correct.
Are we testing for sergeant at the present time?
We have already posted it. They have already sent their letters of intent in, and as of next Monday, then we will be handing them out the syllabuses for them to start their 60-day studying written test.
And are we applying, since now we're going to have another opening, are we going out for a firefighter medic?
We also have been advertising for a firefighter medic. We advertised it in the paper. We advertised it online. We signed with a company called EMCO, which does police and fire testing, and I've gotten applicants through that, and that closes as of Monday the 15th, and then we'll be able to start the process on hiring a full-time firefighter paramedic to fill the open slot.
Okay, that's all questions I have.
So you want Mr. Frantz to start at 12:01 a.m. on October 16th?
What shift is he on?
He'll be starting in the morning, so 8 o'clock in the morning is when he would start.
Okay, because the motion that we have is 12:01, so it's 8 a.m.?
Yes.
I move to promote Benjamin Frantz to Lieutenant Fire Inspector from Fire Shift Sergeant for the Oxford Fire Department, effective at 8 a.m., October 16th, 2018, at a wages determined under Article 13, Promotions and Appendix A, Wages of the Labor Agreement, between the Township of Oxford, Oakland County, Michigan, and Oxford Firefighters Union International Association of Firefighters, Local 4763.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions? Comments? Roll call?
Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Dur?
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
Thank you, Board. Just to give you an update, this past weekend, we had our fire prevention open house on Sunday. A very successful day. We served over 400 hot dogs to the people. At the beginning of it, one of our individuals plays the trumpet. We had him play the national anthem for us and everything out by the flagpole and everything. That was live streamed onto Facebook and everything, and we've had over 4,500 hits on it from watching it on Facebook, so pretty good.
Nice.
It was
really neat. Yes, it was good.
Nice job with the Lions on Sunday.
Might as well take credit for that.
Unfinished business, Elkview Estates, ingress and egress for Elkview and Bull Run roads. Joe, you want to start?
Board members, as you know, this came up because Bull Run is part of the consent judgment. It's going to be turned over. It's planned to be turned over to Oakland County. The issue that we're facing is there's a gentleman that is off of Baldwin Road that would like to access Bull Run. Our issue that we have before us is, do we allow that connection? And if we do allow that connection, is there any type of a fee or negotiation that would charge that person, as the people in Elkview had to pay $14,000 for an SAD? My suggestion has been, and I agree with most of the board members, that he should join the Association for the Homeowners, for one. And because you can argue that he doesn't get the full benefit of the $14,000 for the SAD, he's got a year off of that. I would suggest that you give $13,300, which is a year away, and times it by 35%, because that's the benefit that he would receive versus what the homeowners received when they paid the $14,000, because they had a benefit of the township paying for it. I would suggest it be both of those two together.
Anybody else like to comment? What's that? Let us take care of it. I promise we'll let everybody speak.
I'll say something.
Jack,
We currently
talk into your
own,
microphone.
we currently own all the property from this gentleman's house over to the next property line. While the road commission only requires 66 feet of roadway easement, there's what, 70 feet there?
Yes.
That leaves that 4 feet dangling. You know, the township can keep it, being township property. You could consider selling it at a fair market value to an unbuildable lot. You could consider allowing the homeowners to own it. You could allow the property owner to pay the maintenance fee for the drainage system annually with the homeowners association's maintenance agreement. And rather than go back in and tear up that consent agreement and go back with all these people to court and try to get 4 feet of property, it's also suggested that this individual could give ingress and egress off the back of his property if he contributed to the homeowners association drainage maintenance fee.
Anybody else? Well, I'm of the opinion I would want them to be part of the maintenance agreement for the drainage, and that's it. My feeling is, I'm a village resident, and I know my taxes went to fight this for the people at Elkview, just like the person that lives on Baldwin did. I'm not talking about the amount, I'm talking about the principle. And I just feel bad about doing what you want to do, Joe. Anybody else want to speak? Yeah.
You know, looking at this, it's not a clear-cut situation to make a decision on, but it looks like from the consent judgment, the homeowners in Elkview had the impression that this was going to be a public road and everything was said and done. So it looks like that this is something that probably needs to be looked at from the aspect of a maintenance agreement from the homeowner that wants to use this road. And it's something that I think that for us to open this consent judgment back up, I think it's going to be a lot more expensive going that way than it is to actually just let this individual utilize that portion of Elkview or Bull Run Road. And it looks like it's going to be a minimal impact onto the road itself. So I think there needs to be something contributed by the homeowner, but what that number is, I don't know.
Excuse me, I believe that the residents have pointed out, the direction that they want us to take in terms of opening it up as a public road. So I don't believe we should go against the consent judgment either.
I totally agree. That road was supposed to be a public road. We've spent money to bring it up to the standards for the road commission to accept it, and I don't want to go anywhere near a consent judgment. Would anybody like to try a motion or wait? Lauren, you wanted to speak?
Yep. I would like the township board to consider a spite strip as part of our maintenance agreement that's in place. Around, you're talking the 66 feet to the 70 feet. There is such a thing as a spite strip that we can have enacted through the township as part of our maintenance agreement. I think can be done as part of our maintenance agreement. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know for 100% sure on that, but there is an act, and it's the spite, it's a spite strip that could be put through there. I feel that there's enough frontage on Baldwin Road and beside this gentleman's house that's wanting to do this, to put an entrance from the front of his home to his backyard, to access his backyard without intruding on what we've fought tooth and nail and scratched and clawed and bit and whatever to get this done. So if there's any way through our maintenance agreement that we have in place, I just wanted to bring up there being a law that could consider a spike strip. And I think several of us know what a spike strip is. I'm sure your attorney does. But it's just,
thanks, Lauren.
That's all I got to say.
I agree.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Jeff from 255 Bull Run. I have a lot of paperwork here, obviously. I'm not going through it because a lot of people already know what we went through. All the pain and suffering that everybody in our neighborhood's trying to be one again. And now, after a year, we're back in here again, trying to clearly, on this piece of paper, land that's supposed to be part of our subdivision. Now, it's going to be given away. You can look on this, and I have copies. This was supposed to be part of our subdivision. I don't know where it's changed, what's happened. Obviously, I've talked to Mr. Ferrari here quite a bit about this, and he's been very helpful. I just see that all of us have forked out a lot of money for other people to reap the benefits. Not really fair. I live across the street from this. I have pictures here. There's other garages there. This isn't going to be the end after one. It's going to be two. It's going to be three. I can show you pictures of the garages. It's just going to end up hurting my home back. You guys want to get it? Feel free. I just don't want it to be a place of storage, a parking lot, everything else that I'm walking on and looking at. And I just wish that you guys would consider what I'm proposing and what I'm showing you. And also, I can show you guys also the boundaries that it shows our subdivision, which is all stuff that was given to me through all of our regulations. Yeah. Thank you.
What is your suggestion, sir?
To rightfully give the land to our subdivision.
Okay, I just want to
Let
make
us
sure.
take care of it.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Anybody else got questions? Yes.
Just the question that was posed about the pond on the 100-some acres. Gary, can you address that? The issue with the easement on the 100-plus acres as far as ownership of that?
We own it. Can we stop it from ever being filled? Because it is a retention pond.
It's not going to be able to be filled. You can't, it's a wetland, and you won't be able to fill it. And you might recall, we actually had a discussion with the MDQ about that, and they absolutely would not permit that.
Thank you. Any other comments? Is the person who lives on Baldwin here, or would he like to speak if he's here? And would you like to speak? No? Okay. What's the board's pleasure? Go ahead, Joe.
I'll make a motion to continue making the roads in Elkview subdivision public roads. Anyone that would like to connect to Bull Run Road will be required to participate in the Elkview subdivision maintenance agreement and contribute $4,655 to the Elkview paving drainage improvements. The $4,655 is to be credited pro rata yearly against the Elkview SAD beginning in 2019 to the balance of the SAD.
It's been moved.
Support.
And it's supported. Any other questions? Roll call.
Trustee Curtis.
No.
Trustee Payne.
No.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright. No. Trustee Dirk.
No.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
And Supervisor Dunn.
No. Anybody else like to try one? Want to try another one, Joe?
No. Or what else everybody's looking at? I'd like to make a motion to continue making the roads in Elkview subdivision public roads. Anyone that would like to connect to Bull Run Road will be required to participate in the Elkview subdivision maintenance agreement.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Everybody understand it?
No. Wait a minute, say that again?
They have to contribute to the maintenance agreement.
The maintenance agreement for the drainage.
Subdivision.
Oh, okay.
Maintenance agreement for the drainage for the subdivision.
Roll call.
Treasurer Ferrari.
No.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Clerk Wright. Yes. Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Dirk.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
No.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
So there it is.
Move on to Squaw Lake, Clear Lake Special Assessment District, Resolution Number 1, Curtis Wright.
Okay, board members, the first resolution is presented to you for the renewal of the Clear Lake, Squaw Lake SAD. And what we need to do is approve the resolution and to give you an idea of the area. This is the area that's being renewed. The SAD is a 5-year program that's expiring this year. This is proposed for a 10-year SAD. So with that, I move to approve the resolution of tentative declaration of intention to implement an aquatic weed control special assessment district program for Squaw Lake and Clear Lake, and schedule a public hearing for the Oxford Township Board of Trustees regular meeting on Wednesday, November 14, 2018 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter at the Oxford Township Meeting Room, 300 Dunlap Road, Oxford, Michigan, to hear and consider any objections submitted by any interested persons with respect to the Special Assessment District petition, the Special Assessment District program, and the assessing of the cost thereof to the Special Assessment District. Further, Supervisor Dunn is authorized to sign the Special Assessment District Agreement for the aquatic weed control on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford.
Support.
Moved and supported. This is their end of their 5th year doing this, so they're doing it for another 5, right?
They're doing it for 10.
10? Any questions? Roll call.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Durr.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
And Trustee Payne.
Yes.
You had a question on the audience before it closed out on that Bull Run.
Well, there was a question? I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
No.
Jeff, come on.
understand what just happened.
I didn't hear it.
You guys have a resolution for our situation?
They didn't understand the motion.
Oh, the motion is that in order for the person to connect to Bull Run Road, he's got to join the association maintenance agreement.
So that spike rule can't be in,
I didn't hear you, Lauren, what?
the spike strip can't be in
No,
at all?
no,
Not at all.
the only thing that we're gonna do, the board agreed to do, is just to have him join the association. So you guys have maintenance on it, he's gotta be a member of that association.
May I still speak?
Yeah.
That's up to
Go
you.
ahead, Lauren.
Now, if this guy's got room to come off of Baldwin Road to put a drive beside of his home to access that, why wouldn't he? Because it's to me, personally, it's convenience being able to come through Bull Run. It's not necessity. Because he could come, it sure to me looks like he's got enough room to put a drive next to his house to access his backyard off of the address that is on his home, Baldwin Road, not Bull Run. So if it's at all possible for someone to look into, if there's easement and enough room to put a drive next to his house, I think he should be forced to put a drive off of Baldwin onto his property and go to his backyard to access his pole barn off of his road that his address is on. Not because he doesn't live on Bull Run. His property stops, if you want to look at the lines, I'm sure, because I haven't looked at them, but it stops before Bull Run, his property line. His property line's on Baldwin. It starts at Baldwin Road and comes back to within 30 feet of that road. It stops.
That's the road right away.
I understand that, but couldn't it be looked into by somebody to where if he has enough room to bring a drive off of Baldwin Road, that's where his address, that's his address.
I don't have any background on his position. I don't know if there's a sewer, not a sewer, but a septic tank there or septic.
Driveway. No.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I don't
It's
know.
a done deal.
Why was it deemed our land during the whole litigation, and you guys are just going to give it away?
Jack,
Yeah,
talking to the,
Supervisor Dunn, the part we all wrestled with is when you take a private road and turn it into a public road, ingress and egress can be granted by the Oakland County Road Commission of Oakland County above and beyond us. When that road was platted as a private road, and now it's being turned over to a public road, different rules do apply.
It was neither private or public. It's still owned by you guys now. It was owned by the bank up until how long ago? Correct? Did the bank not own that, still have rights to that? Up until, Joe, yeah, they did.
No.
Yes, they did. Who stopped the
McGee owned
gas
that.
from coming down through there?
And the grant ended up not going through.
Yeah, but who stopped the gas lines from being able to come down through there?
That was the former property owner.
Right. They still had rights to that road because they had threatened to cut us off from that road in several meetings. So you can't tell me they didn't have rights to that road up until you purchased it.
Correct. Not the grant, the former owners did.
Right.
Correct.
So it was never private or it was never public.
It was
nothing. It was in limbo for all those years.
Correct.
we should probably, there might be another motion depending on the answer that we're going to get from the resident on Baldwin. Are you willing to join the maintenance agreement for the drainage on Bull Run? Because if you said no,
Mike, get him up to the mic.
you have to come up.
Gary, can you draft that agreement, please? I'd love to give it to Mr. Saporsky to make sure that he signs that.
There isn't room on either side of the
Name?
home to get to the back.
Name, please.
Joshua Finley, 1862 North Baldwin Road. Lauren thinks there's enough room. There's not. On one side, I got a wellhead, and my septic field runs down the north side of my property. There's no possible way to get to my backyard on the north side. And on the south side, there isn't enough room, and there's a hill between my house and my neighbor's house anyways. It's just not, it's not practical or feasible to get to my backyard from the front yard. That's the only reason I wanted to do it to begin with. So
Joshua, based on the board's motion, you'll be willing to sign that agreement to participate in that maintenance agreement?
yeah, I mean, I'd like to see what that entails first,
If
obviously.
our attorney's going to
but,
draft that and get that over to you.
Yeah.
Once that's approved, then I think, we send over to the road commission. I think it's a done deal.
Okay.
based on what the board wanted.
Yeah, like I said, once I see that, then I'm open to it.
Sounds good.
Back to Squaw Lake, did we do the motion?
Because he doesn't want to change the grade on the side of his house, but he has enough room to bring a driveway through there. He just doesn't have to. Because his hill is like, like this. It's not, but because he chooses not to change the grade on the side of his, there's no sewage over there, there's nothing over there. So, but that's just the way it's going to be.
That's the way it is.
Okay. That's the way 5 board members wanted it that way, Lawrence. So we're going with.
You got it, brother.
Squaw Lake, Clear Lake, are we done with that?
We're done.
We took the motion and
We're on to Bull Run Condo.
Bull Run Condo, final site plan approval. Any questions?
I do have a question on that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Just want to make sure. In the attorney's opinion letter, in the comments there, I just want to confirm that these have been addressed. If I can get the... Yep, okay, I'm sorry. Can't get this to blow up. But on your electronic, on page 16, there's the attorney comments. That's not going to blow up. Just want to make sure those have been confirmed or approved or signed off on.
Where are you at, Curtis?
Page 16.
This is all part of the consent agreement for Bull Run.
Yes.
And they don't have to go to the planning commission, they come straight to the township board. We will make sure that all the paperwork is in place before it reaches us.
I'll make a motion to approve the final site plan for the Bull Run condo, subject to the attorney recommendations and all outstanding invoices being paid.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Durr.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
And Clerk Wright, yes.
2018 annual permit to work in the state highway right-of-way. This should be pretty simple.
Probably 2019.
2019? What's that?
Yep.
See you, Gary.
I moved to authorize Supervisor William Dunn to apply for the 2019 annual permit for work on state highway right-of-way on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford and approve the performance resolution for governmental agencies.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Health insurance funding. Joe, you got a motion?
I move that the Charter Township of Oxford exercise the opt-out provision, which allows the local unit of government for the Charter Township of Oxford to determine the contribution amount for health care insurance coverage for the 2018-2019 plan year.
Support.
Moved and supported. Let's do a roll call.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Durr.
Yes.
And Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. Clean sweep.
Insurance renewal.
Let's do the health insurance renewal.
I move that Oxford Township renew the Blue Cross Blue Shield Health Insurance for Group 007011799, Division 000, Oxford Fire Department, and Group 007011799, Division 002, Oxford Township employees, with a Blue Cross Blue Shield Community Blue HRA PPO plan, 1500 plan, Platinum 1500 plan, effective December 1, 2018, authorize Barons, Hendricks, and Street to forward the appropriate paperwork to Blue Cross Blue Shield to activate the Blue Cross Blue Shield Community Blue PPO Platinum 1500 plan. All members enrolled in the Blue Cross Blue Shield Community Blue HRA PPO Platinum 1500 plan shall contribute 5% of the premium cost, effective December 1, 2018. Also, the Charter Township of Oxford shall fund a health reimbursement arrangement 213D plan, account effective January 1, 2019, cover any additional expenses incurred, including but not limited to deductibles, co-insurance, emergency room visits, and prescription drugs. Further, Oxford Township shall renew the Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance for Group 007011799, Division 001, Oxford Police Retirees, and Group 007011799, Division 003, Oxford Township Fire Police Retiree, the Blue Cross Blue Shield Community Blue PPO Platinum 250 plan, effective December 1, 2018.
Been moved,
Second.
seconded. Questions? Roll call.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
And Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Ready?
Are you ready to tackle this one there, Joe?
I move to approve the 2018 delinquent water resolution as presented in the amount of $58,653.18, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and second. These are all roll call, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get ready, Curtis.
All are.
Roll call.
We would go with Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur.
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
That's because you're putting it on the tax roll, that's why. I move to approve the 2018 delinquent water 5% administrative fee resolution as presented, the amount of $2,932.66, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
And Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 delinquent drains and lake levels resolution as presented, the amount of $35,429.88, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
And Trustee Dur.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 delinquent Indywood Lake lake level resolution as presented, the amount of $1,031.44, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Oh, excuse me. Roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 installment of weed control for Squaw Lake Canal resolution as presented, the amount of $2,809, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Support.
Moved and supported. Roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 installment of weed control for Clear Lake and Squaw Lake resolution as presented, the amount of $15,854.54, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Support.
Moved and supported. Roll call.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur.
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 installment of weed control for Lake Mickelson resolution as presented, the amount of $19,750, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Moved.
Second.
Seconded. Roll call.
I can finish them up.
Okay.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes.
I move to approve the 2018 installment of weed control for Cedar Lake, Long Lake, and Tan Lake resolution as presented, the amount of $31,602.58, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Support.
Moved and supported. Roll call.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes.
I move to approve the 2018 delinquent sewer resolution as presented, the amount of $104,426.89, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 delinquent roads resolution as presented, the amount of $6,212.63, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Joe, what is delinquent road?
Tanview, those that chose not to pay the assessment when the county sent them out the bill.
All for the SAD? Okay, good. Roll call?
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
Trustee Dur?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2018 Elkview Estates Special Assessment District Resolution as presented, amount of $13,057.37, authorized to be placed in the 2018 winter tax roll.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call?
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Trustee Dur?
Yes.
Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
Clerk
Another
Wright,
motion?
yes. And Supervisor Dunn?
Yes. Joe, you got one more?
One more in me. I move to set the Halloween trick-or-treat hours for Oxford Township from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, October 31st, 2018.
Support.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment.
No, I
Didn't he?
oh, you got nothing.
Jim, did I miss somebody's hand out there in the audience
Earlier you did.
earlier?
Yeah, it was before we got into the bull run
Okay.
thing.
Just something that Mr. Allen said with regards to the 104 acres, and that if the purchase of the property, if you are willing to find a buyer for that we can place easements over the wetlands, and we can place easements over the pond and any of the storm drainage features before the acquisition, or I guess maybe at the same time that the acquisition is taking place, transpiring. So
we can assure that it'll never be...
Right,
filled.
exactly. We know that there's a wetland, it's been delineated on there. Obviously, we have the pond, and we know that there's a couple of pipes on that property as well. So just before that, if there was if you did sell that piece of property, we could certainly prepare those documents and work that into the purchase agreement.
For easement?
We're just not that far yet.
For an easement.
Right, because right now you own the property, and you can't grant yourself an easement.
Right.
So you would...
It's part of a sale.
You would kind of have to tie together with the sale of everything, but that would certainly preserve both the wetlands and the drainage courses.
That's a little bit down the road yet.
Oh, it's not over yet?
That's a good point.
We're in public comment. If there's any other person got a comment in the audience, now's the time to come up. Board trustee comments, starting with Jack.
Well, I think we have the Elks View behind us, and going to a public road has its nuances. I know I'm in the same situation on a private road and a county road, and it's kind of tough, but it's what the law states, and the consent agreement judgment was. I think that we followed the letter of the law.
Is that it, Jack?
Yes.
Margie?
I won't be here next month for next month's meeting.
I won't either.
But I would like us to consider discussing in December contribution to the MERS pension fund for this year. We did not make one this year, and I don't think we've agreed to make one this year.
We're doing the $12,100 for the property tax. That's
MERS?
Yeah. Remember from the old Stony Lake property?
Stony Lake property tax, we're putting that toward it.
Okay, that's 12,000.
Yes.
Okay.
If there's something
But you're talking bigger.
Okay. What I have in mind is much bigger. So, that's all.
I don't have any comments.
I'll reserve mine until maybe the end. Kurt?
No-Has collection is this Saturday, correct, Treasurer Ferrari?
Yep.
It's the last one of the year. It's at the Highland Lakes Oakland Community College campus in Waterford. There's also a library book sale next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And election is November 6th. Ballots are available if you qualify for an absentee ballot. That's my comments.
Eddie Durr?
No comment.
If you've been watching the Brett Kavanaugh hearings in the past couple weeks, I think we all agree that's not a kinder, milder nation that we're living in. And I just want to make people aware that elections are coming and you can change things on November 6th. Don't forget to vote.
I do have a comment, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, no.
Second.
Aye.
I won't be here next meeting, so I'd like to suggest that when we set the meeting dates next year, that we take a close look. I've been hunting for my whole life, and when you have something on the 14th or 15th of November, I'm not going to be here.
When the supervisor's office does that, have them change that.
Okay. And I had one other, I do remember, I think you people have noticed that Fish has a new home. Well, what's Dan's last name?
Dan Davis.
Well, I'd like to thank Dan Davis for all the money he's put in there. He's done one hell of a job for a great cause. These people got a first-class place to go in there and do their shopping. And
Nice job.
what a wonderful thing he did there.
Their open house
A do-over?
is Monday the 15th.
Is this a do-over?
No, I was tailing on that.
Oh, now you're allowed tailing?
There is tailing. Would there be a motion to adjourn?
To adjourn, supported by Mr. Curtis. Now you take the roll.
I already said aye.
I'm not doing a roll call. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Just read that.